Okay, my wife comes home from her job, she's a teacher at a middle school, and tells me that her principal assigned her or a morale boosting competition. They want to do a school-wide for the teachers and staff rock, paper, scissors competition. And then, on top of all of that, she's got to come up with a trophy. And it can't cost hardly anything. So guess what? Challenge accepted. We're going to put something together for her and see just what we can do. Short order. By the way, I got about 24 hours to do this. So let's go to a top-down shot and I'll show you some of my thoughts and where we're headed. Not too hard, right? You need the basic components. A rock. I kind of got this out in the backyard. Some scissors. We're using a cheap pair here. And a piece of paper. This is cardstock, a little thicker than regular paper. I got a nice smooth base, and I'll probably put in some felt to kind of protect this if it's going on a desk. Now I drilled 2 holes so that I could have the scissors embedded in the rock. Kind of like that. Get a piece of paper, and my thoughts are glue it into the rock, put the paper on there like that. That's not too bad of an award. I guess you could go pretty authentic. A basic rock, basic paper, basic scissors. It's got its kind of own homemade look to it. But we're gonna kick it up a notch or so, and we're gonna do that by spray painting. Now here's 2 paints I use a lot. This one is a Rust-Oleum Custom Premium Lacquer paint, metallic gold. And this one is a Krylon CoverMax Ultimate Coverage. I'm thinking maybe this is too shiny because of the surfaces that I'm dealing with here, the rock. So this is probably the one I'm going to go with. And I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to glue this in here. I might just super glue it and then hot glue. But before I do that, I'm going to have to put this paper down. Too cold to go outside, so we're going to try to do this in the garage. Take this, spray it. We're going to do it in 3 pieces. The rock, the paper, and the scissors separately, and see how we do. So I've taped off this area here to maximize the gluing potential, and I've just got it on a peanut butter jar lid. This one is elevated on another extra cap, and these have been taped off here to ensure the gluing chances are as good as possible. So now that we've got these all set up in a box to contain the spray, because I'm doing this in my garage, I've moved the cars out, and I'm going to keep this inside for as long as I can because it's cold out in the garage. There's no wind, which is good, and I'm going to shake the heck out of this can here and keep it at room temperature in the house. Hopefully it will connect to all these items and we'll come back out. I've had a lot of success with this spray in the past, and I'm hoping for another successful round. It's the next day and I'm really happy. This paint works great. It's about 20 hours later, everything's dry. I guess I could paint that up a little bit more and do the bottom. That's all good. This is good. Taped this off so that it would seal well in the holes. So now we're going to do a fit check, and that's what it's going to look like finished. I'm amazed how this paper did so well with this paint. And let's see. Perfection is the arch enemy of good enough. Part of me wants to spray the bottom here, and since it dries so quickly, it's probably worth it. So I think I'm going to go do that, come back and then glue it all in place. So we're going to put this guy to the side. I did paint the bottom, and it's amazing how quickly the paint dried. And then I'm going to put some felt pads on the bottom so that the winter doesn't scratch anything. Plenty of pads. I was thinking this looks like a gold brick. The epoxy is quick setting, 5 minutes. Permanent bond, works on stone. I actually got this at Harbor Freight. Says hold parts together for at least 4 minutes. Joint support load 10-15 minutes. Wait 24 hours for full cure. And I'm going to make a little dam here because this is down on the side a little bit so that nothing leaks out. And then I'm just going to mix up enough epoxy to fill in those holes, but yet make it so that when I put the scissors in, it doesn't flow over. I like smaller containers of epoxy like this because typically when you open these things up, they dry out real quick. Alright, so I got a representative sample there. Squirt in a comparable amount. And you want to do this in a well ventilated area. Around just about half and half. Mix it together here. And I got about 5 minutes working time, it sounds like. And it says rough up the surface. It's rock, so it's pretty rough. Let's pour some in here, down in that hole, down in this hole. I don't want to fill it up all the way so it doesn't spill over, but I want to get enough in there so that it bonds. Okay, now comes the scissors. Let's put them in place and then just hold it for 4 minutes. And here's the final product. Glued up well. There's the bottom. 2 days ago, I would have never guessed I was going to make something like this. So this guy cost me around $5 to make. The rock was found, the paper was around, some old scissors that really weren't that good anymore, some spray paint that I got on sale for $2, and some epoxy glue. So around $5 to make this pretty amazing, one-of-a-kind trophy. Thumbs up and comments, always appreciate it. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in designs of all kinds, making and breaking things, I do evaluations of sports gear, electronics. I even do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you and I never know what you're gonna see.